One of the greatest weekends of the year is almost upon us. In my opinion, it's actually my favorite weekend of the year. We don't need to talk about it right now because we're going to talk about it in 20 seconds. It's Royal Rumble weekend, and this is the Raw After Show. Let's go.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Dun, 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 dun. Look at your face. You don't even know what's playing right now, do you?
Sure.
What is it?
Something really old.
It is something really old. Good call. It's the original Royal Rumble theme song, probably made by Jimmy, Mouth of the South Heart.
Yay! I preferred my selection.
You wanted Cardi B twerk? I get it. Look, I became a Cardi B fan this weekend for what you did on Twitter. That I will say.
That's why you became a Cardi B fan?
Yeah, not a fan of her music. That's okay. I am a fan of this song right here. Anyone who understands it, anyone who remembers it, you're getting jazzed up right now. This is the Raw After Show, our first one of 2019, and it's wonderful that it's Royal Rumble weekend. It's myself, I'm Johnny LaQuasto at JQuasto, and my lovely co-host. You see her all the time on VH1. Tell them about the show.
Which one?
The one you're one? The one on VH1 that you're on.
reality shows for VH1, and also if you are into hip-hop, you can check out Hip Hop DX. I'm doing special reports for them, and among other things that I can't remember that I signed this week. However, shout out to...
What's up?
Andre. He say I'm looking fire. I appreciate that. You know.
Yeah, what about me, Andre?
He's not into you.
Anyways, find her everywhere at TK Trinidad. She's the lovely TK Trinidad.
What's up, folks? We back. It wasn't me. I was here. That's all I have to say.
Oh, I'll take the blame. I've been out of the country. I apologize, and unfortunately, Evan and Mr. Baines have also been MIA. So we're back though, and we're going through a little rebranding right now. Sometimes you got to rebrand. And we're going to figure it out, but right now TK and I are here.
Yes.
And that's important. So here's what we're going to do. It's Rumble weekend, so we're going to go over briefly the highlights of what happened on Raw and then jump right into a bit of a Rumble preview because as much as WrestleMania is the spectacle that it is, I like the Rumble better than WrestleMania.
Really?
I sure do. And I don't think I'm the only person. Chat roll, let us know.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I do feel SummerSlam as well. WrestleMania just seems to, I think on a personal note, WrestleMania just seems like too much for me, meaning that I just don't like crowds of people and there's just too much going on.
There's a lot.
So that personally is just like...
for me, it's just the Royal Rumble matches, and when they finally added a women's Royal Rumble, I'm like, wait, I get to watch two in the same night?
Ooh.
Yeah, that makes me like the Rumble that much more. So, what?
Okay.
Are you not pumped?
Is your girlfriend still around?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. One of those questions you could have asked me before the show.
Sorry. Not about his kind of girlfriend. I don't know.
Long distance is hard. Let's just put it that way. Right now, we're figuring some life. So tonight on Raw.
Don't you miss me?
I sure do. And it's good to be here. So I'm way behind on things. I've been trying to catch up the past couple of days. Apparently, Braun Strowman no longer facing Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. It's now Finn Balor. Balor won a fatal four-way last week. I don't know why Braun Strowman's no longer in this match. But Balor killed it again tonight, and him and Brock is going to be incredible. Why? Because Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar, and Finn Balor, quite frankly, is Finn Balor. So
I do like the whole Vince McMahon, he's doing the David and Goliath, and then Heyman was like, I've never read the Bible. I'm like,
yeah. Heyman is so good off the cuff.
Oh, I love it. It was good. It was a good story. And it also plays to the fact that Vince is notorious for not liking the small guys anyway. So.
Sure. And I think he's finally openly admitting that, I guess.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, though. You have Paul Heyman right there. Why not have Vince come out and be angry, obnoxious Vince, and have him try to count out Finn Balor? It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm for it. But again, it just seems like they are playing to that David and Goliath thing, but it's not going to work out in like the story worked out.
Well, it is fun to watch Finn Balor just
Get thrown around.
No, he was like a missile at Brock Lesnar tonight, and it was really the missile drop kick right into him. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially no matter what. If there's somebody bigger than you, you have to chop them down like a tree and just keep on coming them because the smaller one tends to be the faster one. But I don't know. You never know because they have done things unexpected. So it might be something that you're expecting, but doesn't happen because you weren't expecting it.
What do you think's going to happen?
I'm thinking maybe Finn will win.
I'm starting to think that too. Just because if Lesnar really is going to fight again, here we are at the end of January. I don't know. I mean, would they keep? Yeah. Then again, though, if he's going to fight again, they're gonna want that title to be on him.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Media-wise, that's what you'd want to do. That's what I would want to do if I were WWE.
Although UFC has been making fools out of themselves recently with the way they've been operating, so there's that.
Well, I was watching the boxing match with Pacquiao and Bronner, and it's just like they've all taken pages from WWE.
Of course they have.
So I feel like eventually, the big heads for all those three big entities will talk, and you might have some crossover all over the place. So with the title being on him and going to UFC, that might be the start of something like that.
I mean, it does make perfect sense for WWE to do that, but as far as like they don't need anything from UFC because as much money as UFC makes, the whole John Jones thing was a total disaster. And didn't Greg Hardy try to fight over the weekend?
Yeah, but the thing is, you're getting It's the same thing. I was doing Total Bellas today. For you guys who were watching Total Bellas, because I know Bosa was on there last week. We're on Mondays at 6 now for permanently.
Okay.
But I was doing Bellas today, and we were talking about how Nikki and the whole branding thing. Like, she's not on WWE often. However, it just behooves. It's a tie-in. The reality show with that, you're getting people who just watch the reality show and they might want to check in with WWE. Same thing with UFC. You have a lot of folks who watch UFC who think wrestling is completely fake. However, if you have somebody cross over and actually do well,
A lot of guys have.
right? So and then he has a belt on him.
Yeah.
You might not bring droves, but every WWE subscription is every WWE subscription. It's still money.
I do love the fact that Balor, they mentioned a couple weeks ago when the whole McMahon family came back, we're going to give you what you want. And to their credit, people wanted Balor to be doing something.
Right.
And to their credit, Balor is doing something. People wanted Rusev. Well, now he's the champion, U.S. champion. So it is good to see that kind of stuff happening. But you also have to be careful giving people too much of what they want because you have to keep people still wanting something. You have to piss off the fans at some point.
Oh, well, that's coming. I think they're just teasing. Obviously, it's been a year of, especially more for Raw than SmackDown. It's been a year of just like blah.
Sure.
And now they switched it up. I love the fact that, and I know we didn't even cover this, but when Vince McMahon was dressed up as Santa, I love how they're playing to what we want, but it's just like a child. You can't give a child everything they want, else the child will be a child for the rest of his life, and now you're taking care of this 40-year-old man in your house.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
I was trying to come up with what's a spoiled wrestling character over the years. You can't give a child everything. I'm like, who would be a good... Hunter Hearst Helmsley originally was very spoiled way back in the day. Great tag match to close it out with the ladies. So Sasha and Ronda this Sunday. Ronda's... Yeah. Now, here's my question. Okay. I'm going to say Ronda retains. Do you think Sasha then jumps in the Rumble? I guess it all depends. If the Women's Rumble kicks things off, then clearly maybe not. But
I don't think so. I think that's going to be a match, and she's going to lose. Again, you don't know though. So, but it might be a match, and she's going to lose, and then there's predictions that the Bellas might make it in there.
Well, they announced 22. If chat roll, you can call me on this one.
And
I might
Trish
be wrong.
Trish is still in the play, meaning that she's coming in here and there. She gets a huge pop when she comes.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be something as well.
For each Rumble match, just give me at least 5 spots on each match that we don't know. Give us something that's mysterious. And
Right.
I think they announced 20 tonight, and then you add Lacey Evans and you add Alexa Bliss, that's 22.
Yeah.
So I would love it if we don't learn anyone else before, and I would love at least 8 mystery spots for the men too, because that's one of the reasons the Rumble's so awesome is because you don't know everything.
Yeah, I'm hoping some girls from NXT are going to be in it too, so it'll be good. Cool.
You're thinking for your girl Bianca?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm always a fan of Bianca. I think she's doing amazing in NXT, so I understand why she's still there. But, you know, she's been in particular been there for a while, so
She could still jump in the Rumble and then stay in NXT.
And I also realized that they didn't announce, so Shayna's still staying in NXT as well.
Sure.
So, and she's in position to move up too. But again,
I mean,
storylines are the thing. I don't want I don't want to be that person like, oh well, they're ready to move up, and then they get there and now we don't see them.
exactly.
So you know, I rather Shayna and Bianca stay down there, and you know,
I mean, they're thriving down there,
Yep.
and Bianca can jump in the Rumble and stay at NXT. That's you know, people have done that before too. So, well, speaking of NXT debuts, Lacey Evans, what a way to debut! Sipping her on a sweet tea, announcing herself for the Rumble. She's a Southern Belle. That's what I'm getting at.
is she Southern?
That's what she. Yes.
I thought it was like more like housewife, but
No,
I don't take any
she's-
crap from men.
She's ex-military. It's not a housewife.
Well, I know she. Yeah, I know in real life she's ex-military.
No, they put that over as his character too.
Right, but it just feels like I wouldn't think Southern Belle, but maybe you know more Southern Belle type thing. I do like her. I do like her entrance. However, I just didn't like. I wasn't feeling her outfit.
Really?
No.
I thought it was perfect for the character. But
Yeah,
I also
I think she's had better outfits in NXT.
I don't know fashion though, but I liked it.
I mean,
So Lacey
you're wearing the
Evans.
same version of a hoodie sweater.
I wear the same version of a different hoodie every single time. Now that was a really cool debut, 180 style. I am really confused now. Maybe I missed it. All I've seen with EC3 thus far on the main roster are these random backstage walkthroughs where he doesn't say a
for it.
word. You really?
Yeah, because I think it's
not for me.
again. I think he was doing a lot in NXT, and I think that they already have something set up, and it's just only a matter of time. It's almost like teasing you with like that like candy you've always wanted that you're like working out. You're working out and you're refraining from candy and alcohol and all this stuff. And it's like you just see it dangling, or that swimsuit that you have in the closet that you're like, I'm gonna wear that once I get my like swimsuit body. Like it's just dangling there, and then eventually, you know it's coming. You know you're gonna
Okay.
lose that weight. Like you know you can get the chocolate.
Usually your arguments are pretty solid. This one.
Get that cocoa butter.
This
Do you
one-
know about the cocoa butter? Were you there for the cocoa butter?
Well, I mean, I moisturize if that's what you mean. I don't use cocoa butter per se. I'm open to it.
So I was on. I mean, I think everybody should use cocoa butter. So I was on SmackDown, I think 2 or 3 months ago, and we were talking about Big E and his chest, and I was like, they should rub some cocoa butter on that.
And they probably did.
Well, probably.
Yeah, he's always rubbing something on himself. That's what he loves doing that. What?
Wish there was like a sounder for that.
He was rubbing something just last week when they made the weird shakes with heavy machinery. He
Well,
was-
it happens like, you know, you might not know this, but like with boobs,
Yeah.
it's just like they're there. And
Oh, they
Big E-
glisten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big E has like chest.
Sure.
So like you just want to put your hands on there and like they're there. So I understand why he
With
would
the cocoa butter.
Yeah.
For sure. That doesn't go back to... Okay, so anyways, I just don't get the EC3 thing so far. It's like, if you're going to make a big deal about him going to the main roster, then give him a big debut instead of him posing in front of a mirror,
Maybe
not saying a word.
Because you have
I
Royal
don't
Rumble.
get that.
You have Royal Rumble coming up, and maybe they're teasing something. Then after Royal Rumble, maybe that's one the storyline. You can't give everything at the moment, but you
But
know he's there.
If he's going to be in the Rumble, that's my point, is don't put him in these weird backstage things. Let him debut. Let us see him for the first time at the Rumble.
But you would rather them announce he's coming up, and then you don't see him for weeks, and then he just shows up at the Rumble?
Absolutely.
No,
Yes.
I disagree.
Well, we disagree quite a bit.
And clearly, I'm right because he's there.
Very excited to see Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins reunion, formerly known as the Edgeheads, which this is like a deep cut from a decade ago, I think, which is pretty cool. I would like to see them do something together because, let's be honest, Kurt Hawkins obviously has the losing streak, which is it's very captivating, and he's running with it. But Zack Ryder, we never get a chance to see him do anything, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to see. It almost like the crowd was in. This crowd was phenomenal tonight, by the way, don't you think?
Yeah. It's very receptive.
It was the least cynical crowd that I think I can remember in quite some time.
And then also, congratulations to Gronk.
Gronkowski?
Yeah.
Why?
Because him and Zach are...
I don't give a damn. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm not congratulating Gronk on anything. All right? You ruined my life, Gronk, and the referees, and
Gronk
Bill
is
Belichick.
hot for a white dude.
Good catch yesterday, Gronk. As if you don't already have enough already. Tom Brady, I'm stealing your scarf at the Super Bowl. I would like to see these two team up, though, and make a title run.
I mean, I would like to see. I do like that they're using a lot more people. Like we did see. I don't know if they're going to jump into Apollo, but they're
Yes.
They are using more people in more effective ways than they have over the last 2018. So I am excited to see, what they're going to be doing. Are they going to be shortening up the matches to create a little more storylines, or are we not going to see certain folks certain weeks on TV, but we're going to see others, and then the storylines are more like longer and they progress towards other things. So I'm excited to see how much they shook up the writers' room.
It looks like, the changes I've seen, like I said, I haven't seen a lot over the past couple of weeks. The changes have been positive, I think, don't you? What do you?
I like them.
Yeah.
From when they made the announcement in the ring thus far, when I binged watched all the shows, because I took a little bit of a wrestling break because I was just right before, I think the last time we did Raw, I think I might have done 6 women's wrestling weeklies. We were doing a lot of pre-tapes, and I was just kind of burnt out. So I took a break from that, and then I binge watched all the shows. So I do like the changes thus far, so I'm for it.
I agree. And speaking of Apollo, though, great segment tonight with Lashley. The pose down, Apollo really showed us personality. It was cool, man. Huh?
TK's boudoir music.
Oh, he found it! Oh. The shoulders. Yep. Just let it go, baby.
Oh, my goodness. Anywho,
oh, my heart. Feels good to hear it again.
definitely kudos. Somebody tweeted me. I don't have time to look up your tweet, but somebody did tweet me. Let me know that Bobby and Apollo, they need some cocoa butter, and I tweeted Palmer's cocoa butter. Y'all don't know. That's what most black folks use. But yeah, kudos. Bobby Lashley, Apollo Crews, the pose off, definitely something that was needed.
Yeah. For you.
Good top of the show.
Uh-huh.
I mean, for everybody. We're in January. The most people have their resolutions to either lose weight or get healthy. Why not look at two gentlemen who have worked hard, stridations, all that good stuff, muscles popping, all that stuff.
And it's not like Lashley's 25. The man is over 40.
Yeah.
And he...
Looks phenomenal.
Yeah, and Apollo, I do not know his age, but, you know, he's also
He
not
looks
25.
phenomenal, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I loved about this, and we've seen Lashley doing this, the pose down and everything with Lio Rush, but Apollo, like, people were really behind him because people love Apollo. When he came in and got signed, and everyone was like, oh my God, Uha's coming, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And then they gave him a name that made no sense. And then, you know.
Now it's just Apollo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
They've been dropping a lot of last names.
Yeah.
Did it with Andrade, too, I guess. But no, this is great. I would love to see Apollo become a part of something consistently because the guy is so talented.
Yeah,
And he's a great human being. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I hope they do write something for him. But again, this one, we haven't. Last year, we didn't see as much of his personality. Like the fact, even the pose off, you're seeing him do the moves and then hit a pose. Like that speaks a lot. Like you, and then you're seeing him smiling. Like you're seeing character and personality. So hopefully they can take that, bottle it, and then create something for it or from it, or add to. Maybe they have like a tag team. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, even
He's
Lio
31
Rush,
years old, by the way.
Oh, he's 31. Oh, he looks good. Lio Rush, Bobby Lashley, and Apollo Crews might be a good like tag team faction type thing. So
That's actually what Zeno Hour just said in chat roll. And that could be what we're going towards at some point. Because I love what they're doing now. I'm glad Lashley has a title.
I am actually glad too that he has a title, because we were complaining about that, I think, right before SummerSlam, where he was supposed to, battle for the title, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared. And then it's just like, well, we feel that he deserves the title, one, because I think this is like his last go round, like the likelihood of him getting another title.
Who, Lashley?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think he'll become Universal or WWE champion.
Really?
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
Why? Now, because you don't want to see it, or because you just don't think it'll happen?
Oh, I want to see it, but I don't think it'll happen.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think historically, it's important for it to happen. There have not been enough black heavyweight champions over the years.
Well,
and Lashley deserves it.
Yeah, but I totally agree with you, but I don't think it's going to happen.
The guy, look at him. He could wrestle till he's 60.
Trust me, I see him.
All right.
He looks phenomenal. I appreciate bodies.
Okay. What I think right now is this. It's the classic thing where the IC title, it's great on him, but I think this is going to be the stepping stone to that next level where he gets a chance at one of the two major titles.
Hopefully, but again, it plays into it plays into what we want, and the McMahons have been kind of giving us what we want.
A little bit, yeah.
But then they're gonna take it back and almost go it's like, okay, well, we're gonna give you what you want until you're satisfied and everybody's settled in watching Raw and SmackDown, and the numbers are going up, and then they're gonna go back to what they were doing before. And to me, what they're doing before is like, okay, well, this is what you want with Lashley, but there are other people, a la EC3 and other folks that are on the roster. The roster is huge, and it feels like once he loses it, almost like Jinder Mahal type thing. Like,
do not compare Bobby Lashley to Jinder Mahal.
I'm not comparing.
Come on.
I'm just comparing of how sometimes WWE just forgets about people, and given the fact that Lashley's doing well, if he gets into that forget about people stage, he might be forgotten for good. That's my concern.
To be fair, though, Bobby Lashley is way more popular. Jinder Mahal, I understand why he had the run that he had because the Indian fan base. But to me, you can't compare.
I mean, the Indian fan base and the fact that he looks like a totally different man body-wise.
He's an incredible
Like, he
shape.
put in weight, he put on weight, he put on muscle, and he's essentially the Indian version of what Vince McMahon classifies as a top wrestler.
Yeah, I will say I think Jinder Mahal is more charismatic now than when he was champion. I like the fact that he's more of a character now. When he was champion, it happened so fast.
I liked both characters. I liked when he was champion. I like this now. It kind of reminds me of I believe Matt Sydal on Impact.
A little bit
more like Zen type.
Sure.
But I just don't know where he's going with it. Whereas before,
Who knows? Well, let's get
Zeno
to
Hour said that TK is canceled for saying Jinder.
Don't hinder Jinder.
I'm still here.
Well, before we get to some thoughts about the Rumble, guys, look, we know that we are the ESPN of TV talk. We have you to thank for it, so we want to keep growing here at AfterBuzz TV. We need your help. Here's the deal, guys. A lot of you already have subscribed. Please do it. You're watching on YouTube. Subscribe, please. Give us a rating on iTunes as well. That takes you like all of 20 seconds. The more comments and the more likes on iTunes, the more everything skyrockets up the ranks. And trust me, that's very helpful to everybody. So being a part of AfterBuzz TV, it means a lot to both of us. We've made a lot of great friendships because of it. And, let's be honest, we have a great time. And you have a great time watching and listening. So, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff.
Yeah, shout out to the people in chat. Zeno Hour, Dylan, Ghost, Bosa, Andre says...
Okay, Andre, kiss my ass. He says you can't cancel TK, take Johnny instead. That is not how I will... I will not deal with that disrespect.
Shout out to Andre. And then Orlando's like, how dare you, TK, and to Lashley, the man you like. I mean, again...
That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, I appreciate the physique of Bobby Lashley and his talent. However... based off of certain things that WWE has done with people who are, more tanned.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
So
I will say Lashley, and you can quote me on this, Lashley will become either Universal Champion or WWE Champion before he hangs up his boots.
I hope so.
So real quick, let's go over a couple things. Do you have a prediction Royal Rumble men's match? It's a tough call. I think
it is.
They're both. It's always a tough call. I can't think of, because you have AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan. That's going to be phenomenal. I love what they're doing. Whew. I don't know.
I think what I do know for sure is that I will enjoy it because they like I said a billion times, make it a drinking game, folks. That they're catering to the fans and they're paying attention and they're aware that the fans haven't been happy for 2018 and part of 2017, that it's going to be more exciting than the last several pay-per-views that we've experienced. So I am excited just in general.
Okay, good deal. I'm leaning towards, part of me wants to say Drew McIntyre. Him and Lesnar at WrestleMania would be a pretty big hoss battle.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, Drew's ready.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. As far as the women's match, I don't know. Part of me is like, they're going to shock everyone and have Lacey Evans win the damn thing.
I hope not.
And
I like Lacey. I like her character on NXT. I like her storyline and the whole thing through Mae Young Classic and all that good stuff. But
it's probably going to be Charlotte, and then we get Charlotte and Ronda.
That's a good one.
Although, no one's hotter than Becky Lynch.
The man.
I mean, Becky, when she showed up on SmackDown, a la like Stone Cold did, and just, took a sip of the gross shake and then threw Kayla the keys like that, and then her music hits. That is some Stone Cold stuff right there.
Yeah, I like this. I would love to know, and maybe it is on the network somewhere, how either the writers or like how we saw for Naomi when she developed the character, like the whole glow character, and you saw that through Total Divas. But I love for like a show, WWE to have a show as far as like how this character came about. Not obviously not showing the ins and outs because there has to be something to some mystery to it, but how one
With Becky?
Yeah,
she
general.
just flat out got fed up, and part of it was what she did on social media, which can backfire for people, but it worked for her.
Right, but she changed up her whole look. Like the way she dresses.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah,
right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And social media, to extent, yeah, you could say certain things, and it could have backfired, but did the writers take something and say we're going to do this, or how did that all come about? Because you can say this and then not, like her whole character changed.
Honestly, I compare this to, out of anyone over the past 5-6 years, I compare it to the Daniel Bryan popularity spike. Daniel Bryan was organic. People loved him. You couldn't deny him in the ring. You couldn't deny him as a human being. Those are all 4 things that Becky has. Amazing human being, amazing in the ring, incredible story. She quit wrestling for 7 years, didn't want to give up on her dream, came back.
Right.
Very improbable. And then she was not being, used correctly, and she got fed up and had enough and said, you know what? You have no idea what I'm capable of. So guess what? I'm going to show it to you right now.
And what's his name? This is a totally different show, but Velveteen Dream did the same thing too. And his tweets, I'm sure everybody in the chat knows, but if you just reference his tweet as of late, and he's essentially doing the same thing. He's pretty much saying he's not getting paid what he's worth. And
he's also 24 and needs to calm down. But yeah.
Right, but again,
But that's his character, so it makes sense.
Exactly.
Either way, the Rumble's going to be really exciting, and looking forward to. I'm going to be in Arizona. I don't know if I'll be at the Rumble, but I'm going to be in town.
Boom.
So that'll be interesting.
And
So
you can
TK,
check out Lashley. Give him some cocoa butter.
I will. I'll get some cocoa butter first. Put yourself over.
I mean, every CVS has cocoa butter, and Ralph's. Palmer's cocoa butter, preferably. Anywho, you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. Like I said, I'm a bunch of stuff. Total Bellas is on Mondays at 6. Then we also have Raw, Women's Wrestling Weekly. Selena Majors is going to be on this week. You can find me on Hip Hop DX, VH1. Just follow me on my Twitter at everything and Instagram at TK Trinidad.
Got
everything.
Jay Quasto on social media. I'm actually going to be opening for my buddy Brad Williams this weekend in Arizona. So Thursday night, we're at a brand new club called CB Live, Copper Blues Live. 1 show. Then we have 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show on... I don't know why I just did 4. That makes no sense. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday at the Tempe Improv. Cannot wait. The Royal Rumble's in town. I have so many friends in Arizona. There's going to be other wrestling shows, and we got comedy shows. It's going to be awesome. Also, San Francisco Punchline Valentine's Day weekend. February 14, 15, 16. And my comedy special is currently still being edited, and I hope I have some really good news for you guys over the next couple of months on that as well. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you, and bam, we'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.